Hey, Trouble and Horsehead Bookends. Today we are going to be talking about Record Store Day list coming out April 22nd, 2023. I'm going to point out some things that I'm getting, certain things that look good. But before we get into this, I'm going to talk about some records I recently got in. I've been really trying to slow down just because this list looks pretty good this year. So I think this is where I want to spend most of my money. Okay, first up is a twofer. I got these from Rebellion Remasters, and I'll post a link down below. They remaster a bunch of different albums, and they are both Oingo Boingo albums. Well, sort of. One is Dark at the End of This Tunnel. I was going to say street, but Dark at the End of the Tunnel, which is actually on the record player right now. As you can see, it's empty. This is a limited edition of 500 in Volcano Gold and Red. The vinyl is very pretty. And Danny Elfman Solo. This one they say is a Danny Elfman album, but it's really associated with Oingo Boingo because I'm pretty sure the entire band is on this album. They've done other Oingo Boingo albums, and I've gotten all the remasters, and they sound terrific. I do have OG presses of some of Oingo Boingo's albums, and I kind of just put them away and I listen to these because they did such a great job redoing them. Next up is some records I got from Sky Valley Records down in South Jersey. Well, it's more along the lines towards Philly. Some friends live down there. I still haven't been to his store, but Chuck, one of the guys who runs the place, he's awesome, and I usually just shoot him a message and ask if he has anything in, and I pay for it and he sends them to me. First is one I didn't have in my collection and I've been dying to get. Rush 2112. Believe this is a remastered one. Not sure. I think this is 2016 pressing that came out, 180 gram vinyl. Love this album. It's fantastic. So happy to have it in my collection. I've already spun it like 3 times. After that is They Might Be Giants, My Murdered Remains. These are all I think these are never released dial-a-song songs, so I am super happy to have this in my collection. I think this came out recently, 2 years ago, 2018. So, super happy to have that. And along with that, he also sent me They Might Be Giant card catalog. I'm going to put this into my collection. It shows all the albums that they've put out. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 of the... I have 10 of the 20, so I'm slacking. I'm only at 50%. I need to get more. And then finally, 21 Pilots, Blurry Face, Fueled by Ramen, Anniversary Edition. This is a terrific album. If you haven't heard it, I highly recommend giving it a spin. They are one of my favorite newer bands, and I love them, and my son loves them, and this is such a good album. I still like Vessel is my absolute favorite, but this one is terrific as well. Alright, enough about what I got. Let's look at this list. So I'm going down the list, and I've made comments before about the last Record Store Day that I didn't go to because I thought it was lame. I wish I could think of a better word. But I did order some things online and they came. I just wasn't waiting out in line that Record Store Day. This one, I think I am going to wait, but there's one issue, and I'll talk about that at the very end. So let's hit the list. Tori Amos, Little Earthquake, exclusive release. These are B-sides. I might get that. My wife really likes Tori Amos. May pick that up for her. I'm going to have to ask her when it gets closer to Record Store Day. We got Chet Baker, 2 releases. Chet on Craft Recordings. If you don't have any Craft recordings of anyone, get them. They're great. They do an amazing job pressing and remastering. It's so good. I love the sound of all my Craft recording albums that I have. The other one is Blue Room, studio sessions from '79 in Holland. One is an exclusive release, the first one from Craft. The other one is a first release, so it might get released later on. Again, if you don't pick it up on Record Store Day. Moving down, Black Keys live at Beachland Tavern. I'm gonna pass on that. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. I want to hear it. I don't need to own it. Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers live at Jazz Workshop 1970. That is number one on my list. That, well, it's not the number one want, but going down the list alphabetically, that's the first one I hit. Exclusive release. Definitely picking that one up. Moving down, David Byrne, complete score from the Catherine Wheel. I know people who are huge David Byrne fans. They're kind of on the fence about that. I'm not going to get it. I do want to hear it. We got 2 Kiss albums. Eric Carr of Kiss, not for me. The Cure. I know some people who are picking up the Cure album. Oh, here we go. Miles Davis. Now, this is an RSD first release, so it's probably going to be released again, but it's a Turnaround, unreleased rare vinyl from On the Corner. Now, On the Corner is probably my favorite Miles Davis release, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to pick this one up. That's going to be a game time decision, especially since it is a first release. It'll probably get reprinted and remastered a ton of times. I don't think that's something that I need to grab first off the wall. We're going down. Oh, ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, Return to the 36 Chambers, exclusive release, 2 LPs. Definitely grabbing this. Love ODB. I can't wait to spin that. I think that's probably going to be the first thing I play. What else? We got the Donna's early singles, not too bad. So this record store day, every record store day they put out maybe a mini turntable with some mini discs. This year it's The Doors. The Doors limited edition mini turntable, and there's going to be 3 3-inch records. Break On Through, Love Her Madly, and a Hello, I Love You. If you're interested in collecting those things, I know a lot of people do. That's what they got. It's pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. I just don't I don't have a use for it. All right, here's Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Brain Salad Surgery. It's a limited run. I have an OG press of it. It's a great album. I don't know what's so limited about this, or special, or anything. Maybe it was remastered. I need to look into it. But I'm gonna pass on it for now just because I have it already. Bill Evans, Treasures, solo trio and orchestra in Denmark, 65-69, 3 LP set. I know a friend of mine who is a huge Bill Evans fan, and that is one of his must grabs. So he keeps telling me to get it. I might. It's not that I don't like it. He's not a guy I collect on vinyl. So moving along, down, Jerry Garcia Band, How Sweet It Is. Not a Jerry fan, but I know a lot of my friends are. Definitely they're getting that. And I'm gonna contradict myself in very shortly, because then we have Grateful Dead, Boston Garden 77, 5/7/77. Now, I am not the biggest Grateful Dead fan. However, I will buy any album from 77. It's my favorite year, so and I don't have any other favorite years. So 77 is definitely one I have to get. Now, this caps off. This is, I think, the start of like 3 epic shows of the run they did. 5/7, 5/8, 5/9, Ithaca and Cornell. They are regarded as like 3 of the best shows they've ever played consecutively in a row. So I cannot wait to get this and give it a spin. I never get excited over the Grateful Dead, and I am really excited about getting this box set. All right, Killer Husker Du. I like him. I don't need to have it on vinyl. Billy Joel, Elton John. There's Carole King demos. B.B. King. We got John Lennon, Jerry Lee Lewis. Macho Man Randy Savage. Be a Man limited run vinyl. I remember. I remember that. I think there's a rap song on there. I'm not getting it, but if you want it, coming out. What else we got? Madonna, the Post Malone single, Paul McCartney, Red Rose. Anyway, Medeski, Martin Wood. It's a Jungle in here. 30th anniversary edition. They are one of my favorite bands. I've seen them a ton of times. I love them. I love them. I love them. It is an RSD first release, but this is definitely one that I am coming home with, even if I have to take it out of someone's hands, because I love them. I can't wait to get that. Moving down through the ends, Morcone, we got some Crew, Motorhead. I know a lot of people in that. Nas, Made You Look, Godson Live, 2002. Love Nas, but I don't know if I need a live album from him. Keep going down. Charlie Parker. Now this one I wasn't planning on getting, but I think it might be on a maybe list, is Afro-Cuban Bop, The Long Lost Bird live recordings. 2 LP set. It is a first release, so I'm not gonna aggressively go after it, but maybe I'll pick it up if I have some money left over. And right after that, Dolly Parton, Monument single, 64 to 68. Dolly Parton's awesome. If you don't like Dolly Parton and dogs, you're probably just a bad person. Moving on, Pixies Doolittle, live in Brussels. I love Doolittle, it's a great album, but I don't need it, I don't want it live. I've heard it. It's Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime 2. It says it's a first release, I guess it's first record store day release, because I'm pretty sure that was pressed on vinyl already. I'm not getting it, but it's coming out. Moving along, we got Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet, exclusive release. I think that's a special edition. I already have Beggar's Banquet, so I don't need another copy of it. So we'll see. We got the RZA's Bobby Digital. I love RZA, but the Bobby Digital albums are hit or miss. I'll listen to that. I'll listen to that digitally and streaming. I don't know if I need that on vinyl. Sisters of Mercy, Reptile House. Interested in that one because it's an exclusive release, so that's kind of going to be a maybe for me. Then we have some compilations, Soul Jazz Records. They're putting out 1, 2, 3. There's 5 Soul Jazz records coming out this record store day. We got 200% Dynamite, Gypsy Rumba, Holy Church of Ecstatic Soul, New York Noise, and Studio One Ska. I think I have Studio One Ska. I have a bunch of Soul Jazz record compilations, and they're fantastic. If you don't have any, definitely grab one, pick one up. I don't think you're going to be disappointed, but I don't think I'm getting any of them this time. I might wait until later. Maybe they'll go on sale. They're all limited runs. And again, it's Studio One Ska. I'm going to have to look into this because I'm pretty positive I have Studio One Ska from Soul Jazz Records already. Strawberry Alarm Clocks, Incense and Peppermints. It says RSD first release. I guess it's a remastered one. I mean, that's everywhere. So many people. I don't have a copy of it, but I know a ton of people who do. Sun Ra, Haverford College. This is another one. I love Sun Ra, but it's an RSD first release, so I don't know if I want to pick it up or try to get it later. Mars Volta, Francis the Mute. It's a 12-inch single. Love Mars Volta. Have all their albums. I don't know if I need the single for Francis the Mute. We keep going down. All right, we're getting into some compilation under the Various Artists label. 1, Behind the Dykes 3, Beat, Blues, and Psychedelic Nuggets from the Lowlands. I know a few people who got these compilations. I don't have one. They enjoyed them. That's coming out. We got a Brazil 45 box set. Interested. I want to see what that is all about. Oh, Jazz Dispensary. Again, I've talked about it multiple times. Craft Recordings, don't sleep on the Jazz Dispensary releases. They are so good. Then we got a 5 LP set from Rhino, Nuggets. Original artifacts from the first psychedelic era, 64 to 68. I want to see what's on that. I don't know if I'm going to grab it, but I'm interested to see what they have on that box set. Another Rough Guide, this time Bullets and Blues. We got some ska compilation, Isle Ska from 65 to 66. Moving down, Van Halen live right here, right now. Violent Femmes, 40th. I can't believe Violent Femmes' first album is 40 years old. Jesus, I'm old. That's by Craft Recordings. I already have their first album, so I'm probably not gonna pick it up because there's really no need to have two Violent Femmes albums. I don't see the need. Muddy Waters, and what else is looking good? Yes, and there's Warren Zevon on The Wind is coming out. So that's it for the record store day. So I am probably gonna go, most likely, just because there are a few titles that I don't want to miss out on. However, there's one title on here that, and I said I was going to speak about this later, there is one title on here that I didn't mention, which may cause a little bit of issues. And this happened 2 record store days ago, 3 record store days ago. And that is Taylor Swift's Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions. It's a 2 LP album. Now, the last time a Taylor Swift album came out, there was a huge amount of people online, both fans and both scalpers looking to buy the album and flip it for a pretty hefty profit. And what that does is, to some of the other collectors and vinyl buyers, if you're usually get up early and you're one of the first 10 people in line, that just swells the lineup. So now you're like 20 something in line. So that's why I might not go to Record Store Day and be online when the store opens. I think I might roll in later in the afternoon. That means I don't have to wake up early. And I don't think there's anything on the list that is going to be super rare, sell out quick. The biggest concern is the Grateful Dead box set, depending on how many they press, because originally when 5.8 and 5.9 came out, there's plenty of stock. Not an issue getting a copy, but then certain people realized that, oh hey, I can buy this and sit on it for a few months or even a few weeks and then turn it around and flip it for double the price, because people get ravenous over Grateful Dead vinyl, which is it's kind of crappy thing to do. So if there's anything that, after going through this list, if there's anything on the list that I may have looked over or just skipped, please let me know below, because I want to check it out and give it a listen. And I will probably, well, most of the time the recommendations are great, and I will add it to my list and try to pick it up if I am available and if I have the funding for it, because that always helps, because no one gives anything away for free. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to click on subscribe and ring the notification bell. You get notified anytime I upload a new video. Any questions or comments, feel free to post them below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.